Arc Raiders is one of the biggest multiplayer games of 2025 and has maintained a strong player base since launch. But if you've fallen off or if you still have yet to play Arc Raiders, now might be the perfect time to jump in. From friendlier lobbies to a bevy of new content, this holiday season offers a ton of reasons for players to try to level up their raider, with new seasonal content adding to all this a cozy layer of holiday cheer. So here are 5 reasons why right now is the best time to hop back into Arc Raiders. The most obvious reason to hop into Arc Raiders right now is the new event, as Flickering Flames brings with it a ton of new stuff and a heaping help of holiday cheer. That holiday cheer can be felt as you waddle across the snowy terrain of the Cold Snap map condition. It can be felt in the warm candle fire of the hub area, all aglow with its decorative light bulbs, and it can be felt in the friendliness of players during the holiday season, as a lot of encounters that at least I have had have tended to be more fun and cheerful, with players throwing snowballs, tossing firecrackers, playing the flute, and unveiling their new emotes. The game feels fun and fresh with this update, something that was a bit unexpected. That all bundled with a wave of free items, an abundance of high-rarity loot, and a bunch of new players have made this update an experience worth hopping back into. But one aspect of this update that hasn't really been advertised is just how much the high-rarity loot dispersion has improved. Blueprints are everywhere right now, especially on Stella Montis, where I've personally been finding an absurd number of them, not just for attachments but for full legendary weapons as well. Blueprints for guns like the legendary Alpheon, the best-in-class Venator, and the powerful LMG Torrente have been popping up in what feels like mass quantities. But it's not just blueprints. Item discovery across the board feels noticeably better on every map, and if you're loading into a raid with an active condition, whether it's Cold Snap, an electromagnetic storm, or a night raid, the quality of loot you can walk away with skyrockets. These modifiers don't just change the vibe of a run anymore, they meaningfully increase your chances of pulling something genuinely valuable, making each drop feel more rewarding with more risk. Another huge incentive for hopping back on will come in the form of lobbies somewhat returning back to their friendlier ways. PvP has become more prevalent than ever recently, as a lot more active players have completed every task and are searching out combat instead of searching out items. This, though, will somewhat be reverted, as many of those hardened players are now embarking on the game's expedition, which will fully wipe their inventory and set them back to square one. This means many of them will be busy trying to get back to where they left off and might not be as PvP hungry. The early days of the game were when it was at its most friendly, and this reset most likely seeks to bring back those early days for a lot of players. If you are one of those players going on an expedition though, this feels like the perfect time for that, because of what I said in the last section. Right now, loot discovery is incredibly high, meaning that you'll probably regain your blueprints, some of your best guns, and smaller, more important gear rapidly. Okay, but next, seasonal freebies. One of the main draws to coming back this holiday season are the free items Embark has been giving out. This comes in the form of a new Raider deck, which has a bunch of free items you can unlock starting on the 26th, to 1,000 free Raider tokens allowing you to buy a free skin from the shop, even down to the Event Pass, which has a cool free skin in it, and even more Raider tokens allowing you to get a really cool skin of your choice. To get these 1,000 free Raider tokens, all you have to do is go up to your little mail icon in the top right corner, and it should be the first thing you see there. As for the Event Pass, you can progress it alongside the project, collecting items and candleberries to unlock the really cool high-tech hiker skin. There's more free stuff than ever to pick up right now in Arc Raiders, and a lot of it doesn't even require you to play that much, so at least opening the game and checking this stuff out is a must. As with every multiplayer game though, jumping in during the holiday season is always a good decision, as this is when a ton of new players are getting the game either as a gift from someone else or a gift to themselves, as they get a couple extra days off of work or school. What all that means is that players in lobbies around this time are often less skilled, meaning that you aren't going to get totally destroyed. But it also gives a higher likelihood that these players will be friendly, as the early game experience is typically when raiders work together the most, as they have a ton of quests sitting in front of them that they're more concerned about than PvP. This, alongside the holiday update, means that a lot of lobbies are leaning on the friendlier side, with players working together, throwing snowballs and taking down Arc. But if you want to be a jerk and take down these newer players, I guess this is the perfect time for that too. So yes, right now is the best time to hop into Arc Raiders, whether it's your first time or whether you've been gone for a little bit. There's a ton of free items to pick up, some holiday cheer to vibe with, and even some tasty loot ripe for the picking. So will you be hopping into Arc Raiders during the Flickering Flames update? Let us know down in the comments below, and for everything else, go over to Game Rant for news, reviews, and fun articles. That's all, and thanks for watching.